So, hello and welcome to this week's meditation. This week's meditation, we are calling, I am calling, cultivating attention. Now, if you remember last week, our meditation was on what is calling you, and this is part of a continuing meditation series of weekly events um, following the mindfulness-based stress reduction practice method of meditating. And so our meditation this week is called Cultivating Attention. Let me begin with a quotation from Simone Weil. Simone Weil. Actually, it's a quotation that was written in 1942, so it's a bit of a an old one, but it's the meaning of the quote is still very, very pertinent. It's a short one, and it reads like this: Attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. Attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. Attention. Attention, I often say, is the gold, your gold coin that you have, free to yourself, gift to yourself as part of who you are, but which you can intend to give to someone. Once you give something or someone your attention, you're actually giving your gold coin to them. What do I mean by that? When you think about it, whatever you pay attention to, you bring it to life. And we live in a world where it's very difficult to pay attention to something for a period of time. The mind is always jumping from one thing to another. One thing that you might notice in this practice, because this practice is all about paying attention, we're talking about cultivating attention. One thing that you might notice in this practice, once we start to cultivate this attitude of attention, of paying attention, you begin to notice that actually you perhaps, I too perhaps have a tendency to be on autopilot. Just the mind just habitually taking the driving seat, and we are become passengers. That's what it means to be on autopilot. And one of the ways of stepping out of autopilot so that we can pay greater attention is by becoming more aware of this. The body, your body, and my body too, paying some attention to the body. And we will notice that by the time when we pay more attention to the body, the mind begins to slow down. We move to body time and we move out of mind time. We become more aware of what it means to be as opposed to not to be. And so before we get into the meditation today, I'd just like to draw your attention to an example of how many of us find ourselves on autopilot. Here's a question for you. Whenever you are having a shower, yeah, when you're having a shower, what are you often thinking of? What are you doing when you're having a shower? And so next time you're having a shower, notice where your mind goes. Just notice what happens to your mind. And that can be your practice this week. This is how we're going to begin to cultivate attention in between these sessions. This week, practice in the shower by just noticing where your mind goes. So this is going to be a 10-minute meditation. And so to begin, as we always do, and in any kind of mindfulness practice, you want to start your meditation by putting yourself in as comfortable a position as you can, as best you can, is what we say in MBSR, mindfulness-based stress reduction, because there's no perfect position. And so you can notice, for example, that I've closed my eyes. You can leave yours open or closed, whatever works best for you, whatever is comfortable for you. So if you're sitting on a chair like I am, notice your 2 feet on the floor and how your feet give the rest of your body balance, enabling you to sit erectly in your chair, the small of your back against the small of the chair, and perhaps your 2 hands facing down on your laps. If you're lying down, do the same. Lie straight, your head in a pillow perhaps, feeling your body on the softness of the bed or on the floor you're lying on. The intent here is to stay awake, or as we say, to fall awake, not to sleep. And if you're walking with your earphones in, keep your earphones in. Let's pay attention, for example, to the sound of my voice or to your feet as you walk, each step at a time. And now bring attention, if you may, to your body. You may want to pay attention to your feet, for example. Pay attention, if you can, to your big toe. Or to your hands as they're placed against your thighs. Or perhaps your head, the crown of your head. And as you pay attention to the part of body that you've chosen, notice any sensations that you may feel there. Warm sensations, perhaps a cooler sensation, or indifferent, perhaps nothing at all. Pay attention to that too. And notice the word of attention, paying attention, focusing your awareness on your body, giving it your fullest attention. Now we can go deeper by noticing your breathing, noticing the inhale into the body and the exhale from the body. Using your breath, the cyclical nature of the inhale and the exhale, using your breath to enter into your body, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. And again, with each breath in through your nostrils, noticing how your air hits your nose, down your throat into your stomach. Your chest rises and falls as you exhale. And as you breathe, paying attention to any sensations that you feel with each in-breath and with each out-breath. Noticing as you pay attention in this particular way, noticing any sensations, becoming aware of any sensations as you breathe in and breathe out. And if your mind wanders off, be gentle with your mind. Don't castigate yourself. This is perfectly okay. This is what the mind does. The trick here is that if your mind wanders off, notice where it wandered to. Where did it go? Once you've noticed where it wandered to, gently now bring it back to your breathing. The inhale into the body and the exhale out of the body. This is the essence of cultivating attention. And so for the next few minutes or so, pay attention as you breathe into the body, noticing any sensations that you feel with curiosity. Don't dismiss it. Even the slightest of sensations, notice where that is in the body as you breathe in and breathe out. Paying attention to the finer detail of your breathing, of your body, of the sensations that happen both inside the body and outside the body. And as we begin to come towards the end of this 10-minute practice, notice what you notice about yourself, about your body, about your breathing. Perhaps jot any insights in a journal. Importantly, bring a sense of gratitude for being here. Take this these learnings away with you beyond this practice as you go about doing what you do on your day to day, cultivating attentiveness this week. So thank you for participating in this second practice of our approach to our weekly meditations. Just a few things to end the practice today. We do have our Thursdays, our first monthly meditation this Thursday, Meditations of a Monk this Thursday um, at 6:30. The details should be on your screen. So I'm looking forward to seeing you. These monthly meditations are a summary of our meditations that we've done this month. And so this month's practice is going to be based on paying attention, um, noticing what is calling us, and self-compassion, which incidentally, our next week's meditation, it's about um, not being hard on yourself. Yes, next week's meditation is how to not be hard on yourself, bringing self-compassion into your practice. So I'm going to end again with the quote of today from Simone Weil, and it says, "Attention is the rarest and the purest form of generosity." See you at next week's practice.